Kia ora, Catrin here from 2 Points, 1 Smile. In my last global transformation session, the topic money came up again, and I would like to do a brief little session here today on how to two-point any topics around money. Most of us who experience maybe not having enough money or always getting triggered when it comes to the topic money, when we are doing any emotional work around it or any affirmations or anything like that, most of us are in the state of being afraid of not being able to provide, not being able to have enough. And so our frequency is, we are focusing basically more on the lack of it rather than focusing on what we really want or what we would really like. And in the end, any topics around money, it's never about the money. It's always just about our relationship to the topic, our beliefs that we are holding around money, and our beliefs on how we can interact with money as such too. In the end, money is just energy. So if we are having a challenged relationship with that topic, I then suggest we two-point not on, for example, I two-point that I want to have more money. That's not how we do this. I would simply, for example, two-point any emotions, any limiting beliefs, any blockages that I have that prevent me from having an easy relationship with money. And then you two-point that. Or you could say that, ask the question, are there any contracts that you may have done in the past that prevent you in the now from having money coming into your life on a regular basis? You can play with any of those questions, but basically focus while you're doing this on releasing some of the limiting attachments that you are somehow holding in regards to the money, and not money itself. As I say, money is never the issue, it's not the problem. I give you a little example from my experience how I realized it really has nothing to do with money. When I grew up, I was actually always quite good with money, and I saved a lot. My hobbies was traveling, so I always had enough money when I was working to then go on a holiday and travel somewhere. Never had any issues with this. The belief that I uncovered later, and that kind of started playing a part in when I first got married in my life, was that I cannot have a successful business or having a really good career and having a happy family life at the same time. And because my upbringing was really negative, and my childhood in a sense was I think actually stolen, my emphasis was I really wanted a happy family life. That was far more important to me than anything else. I did not want my kids to experience what I experienced. However, somehow subconscious, I kind of could not see that both would be working, because my father was a workaholic. My mother was also self-employed. They worked a lot. And so I grew up somehow thinking, obviously again, subconsciously, that you can't have both. So if you work a lot, you may have money, but then you have an unhappy family life. That kind of was part of my limiting beliefs, and that prevented me from having money coming to me easily, and sometimes even leaving me more than coming in. So it's not about the money. There are many different even, you know, the basic beliefs that we are working with, like money doesn't grow on trees, or we have to work hard to get money, they are the kind of surface beliefs we might be holding. But underneath are more beliefs, more stuck emotions, more blockages that prevent us from experiencing, let's call it, abundance rather than just money. And that's what we 2-point. So we are asking questions, and we are asking what is preventing us from experiencing having an easy flow of money coming into our lives. Or if you want to focus rather on abundance, do that, because that will be easier, in my opinion, to observe. If you need to focus on abundance, you just go out in nature and you usually see an abundance in a forest, an abundance of trees, or an abundance of water when you go to the ocean, or an abundance of air when you are outside. So those are the little things that can help us to experience abundance. And since money is also a form of abundance, when we experience abundance in other forms and ways, then money is easier coming into our lives as well. So just wanted to have this relatively short today. When you are 2-pointing on any topics on money, make sure you are not 2-pointing that I want to have more money, but are asking questions that then show up energetically, like something that's preventing you from money or abundance coming into your life in an easier way. I will actually be starting a new program at the beginning of next year, just using 2-pointing, but just around the topic money and abundance. And if you are interested, subscribe to this channel or send me a message and I can put you on a waiting list. For now, I wish you an abundant day. Bye for now.